Okay, I just filmed a video that was too long, so I'm going to try to do a short version of this and then lead you guys to the long version so you can get a few more tips regarding this topic. But I want to talk about Spotify and how to have a successful campaign release. I won't go into as many details of exactly how to run your campaign as I will just give you knowledge on Spotify's algorithms and how playlists work. So let's talk about editorial versus algorithmic playlists. For me, as an artist, it felt really good to get on an editorial playlist, but our song that did get on an editorial playlist only got 6,000 plays from that playlist. And so it didn't really do much to launch our career. Don't pass up the opportunity to get on an editorial playlist, but algorithmic playlists are the ones that you really need to care about because those are the ones that are going to kickstart your career. If you can stay on, like our song "Tongue Tied Twisted" from Suit Up Soldier has stayed on Discover Weekly for an entire year now, and you can imagine that's huge because it's just automatically pushing the song out to people every week, and it's created a really strong listener base and over 300 Spotify followers. So we have right now about 8,000 a little over 8,000 monthly listeners from just that one song. So the difference is editorial playlists are created by humans and algorithmic playlists are created by robots. The rumor has it that it will eventually change to where all editorial playlists are just made by robots. But the reason why this is really good is because now you don't have to compete with people's egos. Like, you don't have to try to pitch your song to some big shot and try to get them to like you in order for them to play your song or to believe in you. Robots don't care. They just analyze a song and then see if it's good, and if people are listening to it, they'll continue to push it out to more people. So how this works is that the algorithmic playlist that I want to focus on is called Discover Weekly because this is the one, again, that kind of kickstarted my career, and that I believe is the one that gets artists discovered. So how Spotify's algorithm works is that it works off of this huge matrix of all these data points, and it uses those data points in the case of Discover Weekly of, getting new artists seen. They're trying to find users that are alike each other. So at which point does user X and user Y cross? And so if me and another user are listening to hold on, grammar. If another user and I are listening to similar genres, then Spotify is going to pitch us similar songs on our algorithmic playlist, such as Discover Weekly. And so, loosely speaking, a big portion of the algorithm works off of a point system. And so Spotify will receive positive points, negative, or neutral data. And positive data is the kind of data that's going to help the algorithm know that it did something right. And then negative or neutral data tells it to try again. And if it receives too much negative or neutral data, it just doesn't know what to do with the song. It will eventually abandon it. So why is that important? Because if you just set up a campaign that just spams your friends, then you might have a ton of your friends from social media just like humor you, or just they don't know what the song is about. Maybe they've never listened to your music before, and if they listen to the first 15 seconds and they're like, they can at least tell you that they listened to the song, but they might not tell you whether they liked it or not. And if they stop listening to it after 15 seconds, that's a negative data point. If they listen to half the song, I'm actually not sure if that's a negative or neutral data point, but whether it's negative or neutral, it's not helpful to you. But if they listen to the entire song all the way through, that's a positive data point. If they listen to the song again, Spotify is more confident that it did something right. So then it's going to take that user and match it with users that are alike and pitch the song to those other users. And the more positive data points, the more success that it has from doing that, the more and more that it will pitch the song to those types of users. And so that's huge, because now you know that it's going to be almost detrimental to you to just tell everyone to listen to your song, and just a waste of your time. You want to be pitching your song to people who are actually going to listen and like it, and listen to it over and over again. So it's important to know who your song sounds like, so that you know what types of audiences to be pitching it to. That way you could run a Facebook ad campaign that's geared towards fans of. That's a very common campaign to run. You can say for fans of Ingrid Michaelson and Lauren Daigle, and then if your song is like that, it might you might not be able to unbiasedly assess who you sound like. So, and I don't mean just you as an artist overall, I mean that song particularly, because sometimes, even if you're an artist that writes singer, songwriter, folk, and pop, that's two songs might be different enough that you need to pitch this song to a different audience than this song. So figure out which artists that particular song sounds like, and get professionals, people that you trust, fans even, test the market, figure out who you sound like, and you might need to do that through like a SoundCloud link, because maybe the song's not released yet. So create a SoundCloud link and make it a private link that only those that have the link can hear it. And then you can take that link down once you're done with the testing. So once you know who you sound like, then you can run a successful ad campaign, because if you're pitching the song to people that won't listen, you're only going to hurt yourself. So I have a lot more to say. Go listen to the longer version. Thank you.